Well guys, welcome back to another episode. Now you've currently caught me on the tail end of a 10-day trip up here in the Shark Bay region with Cam from Wild Touring. It's been an absolute blast. Now, Shark Bay has a reputation of being super windy, so it sort of is today. So I thought I'd use this time wisely and do a review of the old Ziggy gas cooktop. Now there's heaps to love about this thing, but there are a few little things that annoy me. I wanted to show you all the configurations and my thoughts about it in case you're wondering and want to buy one yourself. So let me start you off. There's a heap of different configurations for this thing and I wanted to show you basically every configuration. So I'm going to start off with your normal grilling. So I've got this empty at the moment. And this is your little cast iron cooktop here, your grill top. So boom, throw that in, grill your steaks, cook your chicken, you know, do whatever you bloody want. It's all direct. That'll be all direct cooking. So you could, I basically leave that in there full time because the good thing about the Ziggy is these pins on the side here. These play a pivotal role in a big advantage that this has over the Weber BBQ. And then straight after that, you want to cook bacon because, well, you want to cook streaky bacon only because shortcut is basically like eating a boot. A flat plate. Now there's something that niggles me about this, but there must be a design reason for it. Now the flat plate here, you've got a grill side in case you don't like grilling over, you know, open here and don't want to get grease down in there. And then you've got a flat plate here. You can get half flat plates, you can get full flat plates as well, but I opted for the half just in case I wanted to grill a steak and, you know, cook some eggs or whatever. But there is a bit of a flaw here, I feel anyway. You crack an egg on there and you're not on a level surface or you don't have egg rings, that's going straight down the hole there. You'll have to fish your egg in from the bottom. So I've gotten egg rings for this, or I use, you know, Grab Me Gear egglets. I'll put a shot in of them now. They're really good. You just sit them straight on there, or you can actually sit them on the grill, pre-oil them, crack your egg into them. They're a concave shape, and then you shut the lid or whatever. And then the next configuration, of course, is indirect cooking for your roasts, for, you know, your bakes or your baking or your yeah, whatever. This is the these, so the half hot plate I've had to buy extra. This is the roasting set and I've had to buy that extra as well. That sits straight on there. It's got a tray on the bottom and a diffuser, so you sit your meat on there, you cut up your veggies, throw them around the outside there, throw a bit of water in the bottom to keep the moistness inside the bowl when you shut it, and you're good to go. And one thing I will say about this this knob here, really good, and there's like a little advantage that they have over the Weber as well. They actually ignite quicker. They've got this like
flamethrower ignition.
That's it, spot on. So flamethrower ignition. It just lights it sort of straight away, and it's very reliable. I can tell you that. I will put in some footage about the sturdiness of this thing because it's bounced around the back of my 76 series for years. And I'll show you some footage of my travel buddy coming off on this trip just to show you how bumpy it is. It actually bounced off the back of my drawers. Still works too, so shout out to Travel Buddy, you legends. And that's your roasting. Now, here comes, this is a very special part here because this is a big flaw, I feel. There might be people who think differently than me, but I want to show you this. And this trick, I want you to have a look on the Wild Touring's channel. He's done 95% came up with this this hack here, and this has changed everything to do with the Ziggy for me. Now what I'll start with is that you take this out, and this is an advantage. Well, it's meant to be an advantage over the Weber Q. Now this is the reason that I got this one, and there's a couple more reasons which you'll see throughout the video. Now this is another kit you have to pay extra for. This is like your cooktop kit where you can use it as sort of like a gas cooktop, you know, and boil pasta and boil other stuff. So that sits in there like that. Now keep in mind, it's a fair bit to carry around. And keep in mind the amount of time that it's taking me to set this up. Now, if you look at that, that looks awesome, doesn't it? That looks mint. Yeah, you can sit a pot in there, you can put a saucepan on top of there. But there is a flaw because that there, this one here, is about three to 4 inches away from the flame, and I've found that it's completely useless for doing anything because there's not enough heat. It's escaping by the time it gets to the pan. And even on this one's 2 inches away. It's meant to be a, that's probably fine, but I can't get a pot that'll fit in there. I cannot get a pot because it hits this edge here. That's what I've found. That's just my, if you have a different experience, let me know, of course, or if there's something I'm missing in my little pea brain. So let's get to the good part. This is all I'm going to show you. Cam's doing a full rundown, and the reason this come up was out of pure desperation because we were losing heat and it was annoying the crap out of us. So after this, I'm going to be pissing these off. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick because I don't want to steal any of Cam's thunder. It all came down to him. Grab your baking rack. That's your baking rack that sits in the old in the roasting tray. We've modified this a little bit. We've bent them out a little bit. We've plopped that in there. Sits absolutely perfect. I reckon Ziegler and Brown won't even know about this. I want royalties. But 95% of you can. And this pan here, I'm actually not sure what proper brand it is. I'll try and get a link, but you'll have to check out Cam's video for that because this is his. But it was like the universe aligned, mate, because this fits so perfect. Watch this. Boom. Boom. Right close to the flame. Absolutely beautiful. It's set down in, so you got all that wind protection. Absolutely perfect. So that's pretty much all of the accessories all of the setups that you have for the Ziggy. So let me get on to the pros and cons. Okay, so this is the nitty gritty here, and this will either change a lot of people's minds, or it'll lock them in and make them even more comfortable with their purchase. So this is how I'll travel with it. Now I've got to mention pros first because the pros outweigh the cons, but the cons are quite full on. So pros straight away. Look at the height of that lid. And it's got a temperature gauge on it built in. Every single model of Ziggy has a built-in temperature gauge, and it's pretty spot on, I've got to say that. I know that there are a couple of Webers that don't, so you have to buy that separate. So this here, built-in temperature gauge, beautiful amount of room. I mean, look at the size of me. There's always enough meat in this bloody thing for me, I promise you. Next thing here, this is the pivotal reason that made me want to buy one of these over a Weber. So this is when you pack it up. So this is me screwing up the grease pan. Bang. And you can carry it like that. You can carry the whole thing like that. So that folds to half of the size of a Weber Q, and that's the deal breaker for me. And it locks in, and that hot plate, that's locked in as well through the pins through the cast iron there. Boom, put it into that, undo that. Oh, and there's another thing I should mention. You can grill on this plate without closing the lid because the burners are so powerful apparently. So, and I can prove that, but 90% of the time I do cook with the lid closed. So I just think it adds a nice extra taste, you know. So another pro is I can fit all these accessories, including these. There's a nice little pocket in the bag for the bottom that are made for them. I can fit all of them back in the bag, and the handle goes through the bag so that you can carry it nicely, just like that. These are meant to be taken to like parks and stuff like that and cooked on. So while I should mention, I've actually been speaking to Cam. Cam brought this up because you've got a Ziggy as well, haven't you, mate?
I do now, yeah.
Beautiful. Well,
and I've had both.
Beautiful. For you caravanners out there, obviously jump to Cam's channel because there's going to be a heap of Ziggy content, I'd say, in summer. He's just telling me that this folded all the way down can fit into a caravan tunnel boot. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Whereas the Weber can't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but there you go, guys. Hey, that could be a reason right there. It probably bloody is. So now let's get on to the cons. There's a couple of cons, I'll be honest with you. So the half hot plate and the full hot plate with the drainage hole, I don't like that personally because I don't like to sort of fish my eggs out from the bottom of my Ziggy. And then the other one is, I feel like this is just scrap metal. I've just got to be honest with you that I've tried it about 4 times and it's never ever worked properly. And I'm so glad that I found out that they don't work properly on this trip. Like absolute 100% in my opinion. I don't know if it's the gas I'm using or if there's some muck stuck in the flame holes. But Cam coming up with that with the Ziggy hack changed everything. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna buy, this is Cam's pan, I'm gonna buy one. Absolutely awesome. And it'll still fit in the bag. I'm telling you it will. I honestly, guys, cannot think of any other cons than that, but I had to be honest. But without that hack and without this lid folding under for storage, I would have just gone a Weber. But I feel like this one here, little bit more superior, I feel, in my experience. So grill me for that. Oh, did you see what I did there? But guys, I hope this has helped. I hope this has helped for anyone who's looking at getting one of these, whether it'll cement your opinion to not buy one, or whether it will cement your opinion to buy one, because I want to help either way. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, consider becoming a Patreon. Extra videos, campouts, no bloody stress at all. I hope this has been helpful to you. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a magic night.
Right now, say it how you say it. Show me how I look in your heart. Better look amazing. Better look amazing. Better look amazing right now. Say it how you feeling right now. Say it how you say it. Say it how you feeling right now. Say it how you say it. Show me how I look in your